There's a mistake people make in recovery that looks mature, responsible, and even therapeutic, but it keeps them trapped for months or sometimes years. It's the mistake of treating OCD like a problem that must be solved before life can begin. So you keep analyzing the theme, you keep trying to understand why you're like this, you keep searching for the missing piece, the perfect explanation, the perfect technique, the perfect certainty, and you call it doing the work. But what's actually happening is actually quite simple. You're reinforcing the idea that feeling uncertain is unacceptable, that your mind must be settled before you can take action. And OCD loves that rule, because if your rule is, I must feel good before I can move on, OCD can keep you waiting forever. Real recovery often feels irresponsible at first because it involves stopping the endless internal management. It means allowing discomfort without resolving it. It means doing the next normal thing while your brain screams at you, not yet. And that's the shift. You stop trying to solve your mind and you start training your response instead. You don't need to answer every question OCD asks you. You need to practice living while the questions are unanswered. And that's why the winning move is actually behavioral. It's response-based. You acknowledge the trigger that's there, you tolerate the discomfort, and you refocus your attention onto more meaningful and important things. A conversation, a task, a walk, a workout, a meal, sending that email, being with your family, not because you feel ready, but because you're done letting readiness be the gatekeeper of your life. And that's where momentum comes from, not from certainty, but from commitment. The I'll live once I'm certain rule is something that could be really holding you back. It did for me for many, many years, and it didn't need to. For so long, I was chasing that certainty. I would get an intrusive thought and I would tell myself, until I feel better about that, I'm not going to move on with my day today. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to look for that certainty. Often I would avoid conversations. I would avoid friends. I would, avoid doing things that I wanted to do because I felt too stuck. I felt that if I go out into public today, I'm not going to be myself. I'm going to feel anxious. So I would avoid things. And of course, that actually just reinforced that sense of being stuck even more. The trick to overcoming OCD isn't in never having intrusive thoughts, isn't in kind of never feeling uncomfortable or anxious. It's really about learning how to change your response to those things. When you realize that actually the power is in your hands, OCD doesn't get to dictate how you live your life or, what actions you take. And you choose to keep taking action even when anxiety is present, even when you're feeling uncertainty. You're kind of demonstrating to the OCD that you're the boss, that you're not going to allow it to take control of your life. We have to make sure that we take control of the steering wheel and drive, to the place where we want to be in our lives. Do not allow the OCD to take control, because then your fears are leading your decisions. What we want is we want our values, the things that are really important to us, to be making our decisions for us, not the things that we're trying to push away, not our fears, because that will take us down a very negative path. As you begin to open up to allowing more discomfort, allowing difficult emotional states, allowing intrusive thoughts, really what you're doing is you're taking back that control. You're taking hold of the steering wheel, and you're beginning to take your life in a direction that you really want to go in. And if you want help making this real, not just something that you agree with, but something that you can actually do consistently, then my Break Free from OCD program is the fastest way I know to build that skill. It gives you a clear structure. What to practice daily, how to reduce rumination, how to stop compulsions, how to get out of that kind of mind loop, and how to handle setbacks and to rebuild confidence in yourself, even if you've been struggling with OCD for years. You don't have to white knuckle this alone or keep reinventing the wheel every time you get triggered. If you're ready for a proper framework with guidance, accountability, and a path that actually leads somewhere, then you can apply for my Break Free from OCD program by heading over to my website, robertjamescoaching.com, and booking in there for a free discovery call. Many thanks, and I will see you next time. This video is for education only. It's not therapy or medical advice. If you're struggling, please speak with a licensed mental health professional.